Good evening, fellow dreamers. Parents, teachers, and well-wishers have always been really good, well, not always, but sometimes, really good at encouraging young people to dream. They teach them to set their sights up high, to believe in themselves, and to always focus on the positive. But I've always felt like there was one missing piece: the how. Formulating a dream is not easy, but it's possible. The people around us help us to think about what we value, where we'd like to see ourselves, what we want in our life. But what about the how? What is the formula to actually make that happen? Frustrated with a lack of structure, because that's something that I crave, I started to do my own research. In fact, sometimes I think that's probably the reason why I even became a psychologist. I wanted to understand more about the dreams that we hold within and the things that we do to make those dreams happen. I've been a therapist for about 19 years, and this morning I calculated that that is around 18,600 hours of talking. I never knew it was that much. It certainly doesn't feel like it. In practice, I sit with my clients and we talk about what they want. We talk about their dreams. Some clients come in with very clear dreams. They know what they want, and sometimes they even have a plan for how to get there. But other times, clients come in and they don't even believe that they deserve to have a dream. In our sessions, we talk a lot. We go through breakthroughs. There's anger, there's pain, there's joy, and sometimes silence. Sometimes minutes go by, even hours, with no talking, just pure silence. Sometimes we cry. Over the years, I found that therapy provides a very valuable space to discuss what we need as human beings, our dreams and our desires. But I also realized that these are not the most important conversations. The most important conversation that we need to have is the conversation we have with ourselves, and that's our inner dialogue. I read a scary statistic recently that out of the estimated 65,000 thoughts that we have in a day, between 75 and 95% of those thoughts are negative. If we don't change that, our dreams will remain in the distance. The inner dialogue that we have influences our biochemistry. To me, this is fascinating. You can sit in this chair, close your eyes, and think about something that makes you happy. And the serotonin and the dopamine will flow through your body, and you'll feel good. It's almost guaranteed. You could also sit here and think about something very scary or distressing. And eventually, if I pushed you, and I know I never would, you may even begin to feel anxious. You haven't moved, you've sat in the same seat, surrounded by the same people, in the same building, but your inner dialogue has changed your biochemistry completely. Our inner dialogue also influences our motivation. Research has found that we can actually choose words to say to ourselves that will motivate us, and not just into action, but to actually change the outcome on a task. The words that we choose and the words that we speak to ourselves can impact and influence our cognitive abilities, our problem-solving skills, our academic performance, and our social functioning. People who work on their dreams, I call them dream makers, they somehow know this, either intuitively or explicitly, because someone told them or somebody taught them how to do it. They understand that the inner dialogue is the key to making those dreams happen. They talk to themselves, often. Often they're kind to themselves. Sometimes they're firm with themselves. And sometimes they say things that they don't even want to hear themselves. But they never shut the door on the inner dialogue. And this is a question that I want to ask you today as you think about your dreams. What is your inner dialogue, and how do you talk to you? Another behavioral trait that dream makers use is called mental rehearsal or visualization. And very often I talk to people and they'll say, that's just so yoga classy. It's so non-scientific. Why would you waste your time with that? But the truth is, there is science to back that up. And the science has proven again and again that mental rehearsal makes a difference to our behavior and the outcome of the task. In fact, for those of you who are interested, an experiment on mental rehearsal showed that visualizing exercising your biceps actually led to a 13% increase. Incredible. Mental rehearsal and visualization is the secret behind the success of athletes, especially elite athletes, artists, surgeons, and successful TED Talk speakers, as we've seen today. In my attempt to try and formulate the how for making dreams come true and become a reality, I've come up with 3 very quick and very simple strategies. We call the first one the solution switch challenge. It comes from a kind of therapy called solution-focused therapy, where we ask ourselves a question: what are the possible solutions here, and what have I done in the past that have worked? Can I apply this to this situation? The second strategy is called mindset monitoring. Quite simply, it's trying to replace those negative thoughts with motivational sentences. Remember, the research has found that when you talk to yourself and you use encouraging words, it affects everything, not just what you do, but the actual outcome. The third strategy is called the encouragement echo. And this has to do with listening to that little friend that lives within us who wants us to succeed. This is the friend that we don't listen to sometimes because we think they don't know what they're talking about. But they're holding their dreams just as we are. They're holding our dreams for us. So if I had to summarize 19 years of talking to people in my office about their dreams and what they want, and summarize it in under 19 words, I would say, quite simply, befriend your inner dialogue, because the potential to achieve your dreams always lies with you. Thank you.